Okay, good afternoon to all of you. Here is Shirley Doller, Shirley at Iba Pa, once again to be with you in Saturday's edition of Shirley at Iba Pa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala barakatuhu. Buenas tardes, señor, señoras, señoritas. Magandang hapon po. Maayong hapon kaninyong tanan and on the neighborhoods to the viewers of the live broadcast of Shirley at Iba Pa. Here I am, your host, Shirley Doller, once again with you online. This afternoon, we would like to pay tribute to the former city councilor of Davao City in the person of Attorney Bonifacio Militar. You see, I am wearing yellow, so to pay tribute to him. So, once upon a time, I was able to work with him as to, from the tiniest and to the heaviest. So like I do for distributing flyers, pasting poster on the area which available during election. The last time where he had his running as city councilor. Then as far as I can remember, I was able to actually meet the person at his hive in Rolling Hills together with my father. Had been chosen as one of the election watchers for Attorney Bonifacio Militar running as city councilor. So the career of him started out year 1988 and had ended up 2022 as the city councilor. He was known to be the ones who would work for the tricycles, that the ones that has bicycle can go around and pick up passengers or have their own terminals, so for their livelihood, no? Granting that the bicycle to be get registered so they can freely move around legally. And it helped him a lot, and the drivers, tricycle drivers or the bicycle drivers, no, they put something on it, and so to have the ride of two passengers, but having the instruction not to go along the highway. The highway is only the prohibited area for these tricycles, no? Thanks be to the resolution that's been passed through by this Honorable City Councilor of Davao City. But we were saddened for the announcement. So I would like to read it to you. No, it had been announced by his grandson, who had actually inherited, or the position was passed through him to run because it's too old and a 3-time city councilor. So the period has ended for him to be assessed, and he gladly passed it through his grandson, Bones Militar. So when the announcement was made, Bones, together with the family, says that it is with a heavy heart that we announce the passing of former councilor Attorney Bonifacio Militar. He was indeed one of our role models. We aspired to become one like him. that despite the hardship he's been through, he persevered and became successful. We'll always admire you for that, Lolo or Papa Bonnie. He lived his life as lawyer and a public servant. His heart has always been dedicated to serving the people in need. He made ordinances that was able to provide employment and assure the health and safety of the people in Davao City. Our family would like to express our great gratitude towards relatives, friends, and supporters of Attorney Bonifacio Militar. Our family would also like to express our great gratitude to his medical team for providing Lolo or Papa Boni the best medical care. Lolo, Papa Boni, we will continue to celebrate your life. We love so much. Rest easy now in the hands of our Creator. So he died May 24. He was born May 24, 1939, and had expired September 1, 2022. No, the picture that's been shown is with Inday Sara. No, uh, attorney military scholar is either yellow or green, no? See, the shirts are yellow, but it has a written thing, a printed thing that's green. And otherwise, he would have to wear green, no, for the purpose of the current administration with Inday Sara as mayor. The color is green that's been chosen by our mayor, and it's his family. They're so happy. And he's a nice man, but strict in so many ways. He would like things done correctly. Things should be planned, organized. Then should look first. Then you have to coordinate. You are to operate. You are to report. You are to budget before things can be approved by him, no? So it has to be confirmed, like the what, when, where, how question. Then that's the kind of attorney military person is. He wants things transparent. Then whenever you have a problem as staff, he would have you will have to tell him not to do channeling. So he will gladly help whenever you will tell him. So yeah, that's the grandson, Bones Andre. He was happy endorsing his grandson, this handsome grandson. No. And then I think the household. I don't know where is Sir Nonoy there, but I was able to work with him for his father, Bonifacio Militar, way back 1998 as the whole coordinator of Bangkal area for the militar. Then you will see on the photo the grandson and granddaughters. He's happy with how the family is, and with the Inday Sara as he's a nice man, full of hope, because what he went through life wasn't easy really. He went to like from rags going to riches. He was very diligent, become industrious. Despite of hardship, he studied hard law, so he wanted to uplift the status of his family. And fortunately, he was blessed to graduate and practice as lawyer that had helped the family to improve its financial or economic status. Then he has all the support to his siblings and other immediate members of the family, and becomes the city councilor. Then been a dean of the University of Mindanao. So he had studied also, I think, at University of Mindanao, where Bones also had made his studies and also one of the professor of the law department under his grandpa. Now, so another message from the family is that uh, the military family had been thankful then in vernacular statement of Bons Bonbon Militar. So excerpt from Carlo Dollier. So daghang salamat po former President Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Bongo sa pagbisita kay Lolo Boni. Daghang salamat po sa tanang tabang ug suporta nga nahatag nimo sa amo ang pamilya labi na kay Lolo Boni. God bless po and good health. No, that was the message of Bonbon Militar to our former president. So the another excerpt from Carlo Dollier. So it tells about where you can go if ever you wanted to go for the wake or what's the remains. So it says here, the remains of my grandfather, former Councilor Bonifacio Militar, lies at Vieta Chapel, Cosmopolitan, Camo Street, Davao City. We are thankful for your sympathies and God bless. So, let's salute for the militars for the job well done. So, walay imposible sa ingon pa ni attorney militar, no, or the former councilor, kung maningkamot ang tawo walay imposible sa kinabuhi. Magkamangmang ka mukamang ka paingon sa tanaw daw ng mga kanang mga lok tumusaka daw sa itaas sa kahoy. Ingon anak po daw ang tao na kung gikan sa kalis, gikan sa yuta, mas pasaka sa ibabaw sa kahoy. So, pwede po na idaklit sa tao na kuan ka ng maski pag naglisod ka, ubanan lang daw kunog pag-ampo o paningkamot, wala kay agrebyaduhon nga tao, no? Maabot ang panahon, sumala sa bendisyon sa Dios, kuan kanang naay kabaghuan mong kinabuhi, no? Naa sa picture karon si former PRRD, si Bons Militar o si Sir Bongo, no? Kuya Bong. So, si Tatay Digong, si Bong o si Bons, no? So, nalipay si Bons and some other na si Bons gihapon, no, uban sa miyembro sa pamilya, kauban si PRRD, no, nag-attend sila sa wake. Then another from the group of the militars, then si si Senator Bongo with former PRRD, then Sir Nonoy, then another other sibling, and the rest of the militars. I forgotten the name. I had known them before. So it was the view or the scenery within only the pictures are, the picture are being placed plus the urn of the former councilor, no? He had been cremated. Anak na mga mayaman, they can afford to have it that way. Only we in the median that we really can or will play the kada per the needs, because we really can't afford. It's quite expensive to have it for the poor ones, no? So just the same, even if whatever ceremony it will be can be done, just the same, everyone turns to ashes. It's the man's ordeal after so many times of your life, from your childhood. Then you go to school, you get married, you graduate, then you get old, and get sick, then die, and it's by choice. It's the family's decision what to do with the corpse. So they decided to have it cremated, no? Then I don't know what could be the decision. It will be brought home or be just in the area or in the calaparium. Condolences to the military family. I know how you feel. No, we've been through all this also. It's a month now with our mother's absence. Then Carlo and Doller on the photo with Bones Andre Militar, sharing both the same feeling of agony for the loss of grandparents or loved one. So I hope that it takes time to heal or to move on, but I know God has its way for us to move on, because we'd had to accept the ordeal from God, no? The death at the end. So God holds the life of all the human being, and there's nothing we can do to retract. Only memories are left behind. So, another topic that we'll tackle this afternoon is about the IBC. So, does anyone remember what this IBC is? So, when I was a child, it was the black and white TV. Then, I happily went to downtown because at home we don't have TV. My auntie goes there, then will invite me to be in their house. So I get excited to watch TV. So all the very much available and the most popular is IBC. So it goes black and white, but what the little children knows before, the ones that has TV are rich people. So even if it's black and white, I wasn't aware even then that it has colored. But all I see, the list the neighborhood can have is the IBC. So what is IBC? Intercontinental Broadcasting Corporation. So it has its logo, and what that logo represents is that they are having free-to-air channel dedicated towards the education of Filipino learners or for the children. So, but IBC, no, TV 13 is a Philippine state-controlled media. That means it is owned by the government and is, yes, the Benedictus owned it before, but due to some financial problems or to operate, then it says here about its history. No, I had taken it from the Wikipedia. So I will tell about how IBC has evolved into the scenery of the media. or the broadcast media, and the television on in radio. So, Intercontinental Broadcasting Corporation or IBC is a Philippine state broadcaster owned by the Government Communications Group under the office of the press secretary. It's 100%. Founded October 1959. That was how many years ago? 62 years ago. So, on the test broadcast. So, March 1, 1960. 62 years ago. So, which country? Philippines. Launch date. March 1, 1960. 62 years. Inter-Island Broadcasting Corporation. So, IBC as old 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s shows Facebook. So, the likes 1975, it becomes IBC. Then like the thing for the media is the connection is not as fast as of the present as of the millennium. So it would remark like you will see on the screen like loading, try again, then cancel, loading, and it depends really on the signal. So during the 80s, IBC became the home of the most successful hit shows in the likes of top raters like who had not known the School Bukol. So School Bukol is with Tito, Vic, and Joey. Then Chicks to Chicks, you have this Novabilia and Freddy Webb. Then the Todas, that is also being starred by the Tito, Vic, and Joey. And Maricel Soriano. Yes, the Maricel Live. Then we have also the kid-oriented TV shows that define our childhood. So who had forgotten Uncle Bob? So I used to watch it even if I was older. So the Uncle Bob's Lucky 7 Club. This early children's show was created by Robert, or Bob, as aka Bob, Uncle Bob. So another vehicle in the 70s was the Pinto, of course. So IBC 13 mostly airs local shows. Remember, Piling Piling Pelikula every Mondays. So the actors of the olds like Jaime de la Rosa, Carmen Rosales, Susan Roses, Fernando Po, you have Charito Solis, then and some other actresses and actors. So Losita Soriano, I remember, Eddie Garcia. The late Eddie Garcia is one, and the father of Fernando Po. Here's the real Fernando. Only Ronald Alan Po uses the Fernando Po to keep active. So in memory of his father, so he had named his production as FPJ, so Fernando Po Jr. And then, so just a few major ports and serving other ports by local and or sea necessary for the IBC equipped car in order to remove IBC clamps to securely anchor, no? So it means that it's not like today that everything is just to press automatic. Before it has to transfer, then to carry everything just so things can get manipulated. So there's also a local talent over here in Davao City in the person of Jimmy Torres in IBC 13. So giving 6 o'clock or a 9 o'clock report of the news. Of the press reader, forgetting the soul. Let's not forget the soul of these people because it made the thing possible for the IBC or the events of the government to be announced or broadcast or in newscast. So I would like to take an excerpt of Carlo Doller. So it says, it has a statement about as to part of the media industry. Okay? So I quote, as a part of the media industry, I had to share a story regarding one of its media entities. I watched shows from IBC 13 during my childhood days, roughly 2000s when the signal is still clear. There was once a local newscast of Davao from 2003 to 2005 called Davao Express Balita, the local edition of the new defunct newscast Express Balita. During my childhood days, there are shows of IBC I have watched, including the likes of Travel and Trade, Retro, TV, Linawin Natin, Ronda 13, IBC News Tonight, Tukaan, The Game Channel, hosted by Iya Villania, the Viva TV game shows, The Weakest Link, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and etc. When IBC in Davao went off air in 2006, it was quite sad that the signal then came back due to financial problems of the network until the time in 2011 when it was revitalized, but it was not as it is used to be before. Year by year, the signal gets weaker as some areas are not reachable anymore. When the news broke that they might not be able to operate coming next year, if not given the opportunity to be given an allocated budget for the 2023 proposed national budget under PBBM. It is quite sad that the network state is uncertain. It may be a competitor in the media industry, but of course, it is also a friend that we may pray and look forward to what will happen with the network. I pray for the people of the Intercontinental Broadcasting Corporation. So, on the PTB news, IBC employees had appealed for funding from Congress. I don't know if the funding can be granted from the Congress. It has to be deliberated and so many discussions to get follow whenever the funding being appealed by the employees can be granted. So it says that the 170 employees had appealed to have funds from the government, and if the appeal for funding from the government is not granted, then there's a big possibility to stop operation, no? So what a pity for this channel that has given us so much of an entertainment while the other is not yet visible on the site, like some other station that has amidst after the lowliness of the station, no? So it belongs to the government, and it gives news for the government, everything about from the president to its buildings to its offices to each of the people, no, the masses. It has contributed a lot to show what is media all about at early 70s, no? I was born at the 60s, therefore I was able to had gone through watching all these things that had been mentioned before earlier about how ABC had helped, no, as the sister station also of the PTB. Then I can remember that Robin Canay had once have his show of the perspective on, on TV. Then that's inspired me to watch over it because it was something very educational, something that gives one wisdom what to do with life, not only life but law itself, because in the first place he is a lawyer. So maraming na ibigay na contribution ang IBC sa media. So yung iba na nag-evolve, so maybe had taken ideas, no, from the olds. So it's the oldest, it becomes antique, and some other this don't seem to mind. I hope the ones that had been helped by this station will also have their crusade to uplift and upgrade the status of this, no? Because too many, 170 employee is hanging now, no, losing job, and even the ones that had retired had not gotten their pay or their incentives, their separation pay from the network itself, cause for the lacks of fund, no? So you see the screen, that's the guy I'd mentioned, the man of the hour, or the newscaster, or the media of the Davao City before, no? So only a few people becomes popular having the TV. He was too popular before, Jimmy Torres, no? Or Jaime Torres in real life. So pinakaastig. And then he has his, the soul of the media. Then I think later he had decided to run. I don't know, it was pushed by running as president, to filing COC and running as, I don't know if had come true. But what I see here is kung dapat unta, no? So I will have to do it in vernacular. Ang IBC usa sa nakatabang og dako nga so nindot ang building, tapos gigastuan ni siya much more nga sa gobyerno ni. Then di ba ang mga report ani ang kanang mga event sa government, no, from the president down to its lowest event, from the national, or you have the 3 islands to cover, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So unta, no, kanang tagaan ni siya og kanang daghan man pud ta nga natawo atong 1960s na pag-abot sa 70s. Na-enjoy ta, no, sa mga entertainment na palabas ani nga istasyon, no. So sa broadcast o sa kanang sa TV sad, no. So malipay na kayo ko makadung ko sa radyo, no, kuan na ko na siya sila ang pinaka, I think, taas o 10,000. I often heard about the watch. I'm not aware how to go about the transmitter, but they were the ones being so popular before. No, it's in Davao City. It's on the tower, the huge tower. Now it's like an abandoned area. Not much. Before, I did see when I see the car, IBC. So mga newscaster, mga reporter. So ang mga tao ano sa una kay ang kanimanggong sa ABC concentrated sila sa pag-report no sa about sa unsay mga kalihukan sa gobyerno. So unsa man ay mga ginapangbuhat no like from January mga festivities no. So nanagud na tanan then unsa may kuan ka nang sa mga renewal sa business permit na cover gihapon na ni kuan abti ka ito si Jimmy Torres pagka kuano nahimo na privatize not yet, so hoping to get privatized just so they can operate, but dili unta na to pasagdan no kay kauban man ni siya naa sa gobyerno, so ang uban naga-enjoy no sa mga ginapanghatag nga kaayuhan gikan sa nasyonal. So dapat mabubuan pud ni sila og kanang kuan ba kanang fundings or matagaan sila pagtagad no kay luoy pod ilang mga pamilya nagaserbisyo sila para sa makapanghatag og kanang kasayuran sa mga tao kung unsa nay naga panghitabo sa palibot no nga kuan ka ng sa February ka ng mga sa kuan na pa na sila contest dati, then March at school, so nagahatag pa na sila o ka ng mga kuan sa tao less lang gani ang bayad sa ila ka ng mag-air ka sa ilang airtime no. So just so they can mobilize. Pero but nganong napabayan man ni oy unsay naging problema siguro katong na-remember nako ni murag na sequester ni katong sa panahon ni Cory Aquino, murag mao ni gikabagsak sa kuan IBC. So pagka human sa sa term ni Cory, murag nabuhi ning kuan IBC. Pero murag nakulangan yun ni siya sa pagtagad no. So medium of communication, i-transport messages mga sa news, not only ang news, may mga napod ni sila mga kawang gawa no. Imagine mag-air ni sila og pre kuan education para sa learner. So ambot nakalimot na ko atong mga palabas nga gipang kuan nila before sa IBC. So nakatabang gud ni sila dako para mo bulusok ang sa media no, especially in terms of newscast no appearing on TV. Kay sila man ang una no, pero kuan lagi dili pa high tech kay black and white no. So maski pa na, para sa ako dili man na kailangan colored para makahatag kag information. Ang importante ana nga nakahatag ka og maayong balita sa katawhan, naitan-awan ang tao no sa media. So kanino na si Trixie Cruz Angeles ang press secretary sa karon. Before man gud si katong ina-reform na karon gikambyuhan na kay Martin Andanar, then dayon kani si Trixie Cruz Angeles no, the press secretary, may siya no. So dito po mayroon kaming kaunting apila. Kung hindi po malagyan budget ang ABC, mawawalan po ng trabaho ang ating mga worker, and by January close operation na po tayo no. So by this word, as on the broadcast, I would also like to appeal those who had been helped by these people no, the private entity, the philanthropy no, help this station be alive and back to its operation. So we cannot just dump as a media broadcast because they are old and they lack things. So bigyan natin sila ng pansin. So 'di ba ang sabi, bibigyan ng pagkakataon na magkaroon ng trabaho, tapos pala maraming mawawalan ng trabaho due to the closure if can't be provided. I'm appealing also that the deliberation in Congress is ASAP. So to revive, to give hope to the employees who is appealing. Imagine the 170. How many are they and how many children do they got? And how many are studying? The one having ailment in the family. The one who was retired before, no, not including as of the present. It's of the present that is needing some job and losing its job is, where will they go? No, can somebody help them? So sayang ang serbisyo kung dili lang magantihan sa mga giserbisyuhan, no? So unsa din nga pag yung security of tenure is important. Like I think they have GSIS. I'm not sure. Or how much do they earn in a day to survive for 15-30's salary? Are they still receiving salary as of the present? Or the bonuses, that the ones that there will long when the December events will reach, like Christmas, the major bonus, the sick leave, or what's that, no? People becomes hot-headed or losing temper or thinking there's so many things that hangs on the mind. What about if it will really close? So where will they go? Where other station hire them? So I don't know if others are too old already to get accepted from one station to another. Is there a guarantee to give them hope? So I hope we had elected those congressmen to do something about this, or even the senators to ask for a favor from the private people. No, there are wealthy people around the Philippines, maybe to catch or to embrace them, then give them hope, give them job. Same on the broadcast, it's their life. And it's like when you are young, then you become old, then you are forgotten, you are dumped. So I hope it won't become like that. So they had invested something for the masses, and some other had gotten old. Then someone new came. So I hope they will be able to get the benefits that they ought to have. So cause it's so humiliating that it's from the government, and I mean it is owned by the government. So the government must provide and do something about this, not just to dump it. For so many years, it had served to the people. Then, media practice is most of the time at risk. You don't know where you go. You don't know those people whom you will talk, the area where you will be deployed with. Then sometimes there are confrontations. Then some other way, where ahead had you gotten your report? They check you, the integrity is being checked. Then it's not the reason for money to too much money, I think, had trillions outside for the roads. But about these people who's promoting also for the country's tourism. Plus, whether we like it or not, medias are responsible for promoting the good image of the country or the locality, no, from national to the three islands of the Philippines and down to the locals and to the remote areas. So they go there by wrist. They go, they don't know, no assurance or some other. They went out, they got killed, and being assigned to some area. So they're the most willing people to explore about the place. So regarding the government, the population, the aquatic resources, the people's population, the food, the clothing, the shelter, the politics. So medias are the ones making them popular. Medias are people that gives life to every politician for every government event. No, like when one politician has issues, they will call right away a press con so that things can be clear. No, media is also part of making things clear to the public and what is to correct with the issue and how to fix controversies and establishing integrity to any of the politicians. They are the most critic. They are the anchors of a show that is alleviating. They have travel time. I remember as far as travel time, I saw it from IBC. I just don't remember the host, but it had helped to promote the tourism. And what? No, Snooki was on the latter part, but it was a lady, tall and thin lady. Then much later is with Snooki, sorry na. Then the thing has gone, and so I hope that they can be given attention. So of their requests and appeal of these 170 current employees of the IBC and the ones that has retired and some other I think had passed away. So I think they deserve to get what is owed to them and what is for them, like money or livelihood for the ones whenever these things happen. If they cannot do something about it, can you create livelihood for these people? Because I understand that their life belongs only to broadcast, to like the director, the spinner, the computer operator, the ECE, and yeah, they have this Filipino educational channel. So there are 460,000 followers. I'm sorry, excuse me. I hope that all their wishes come true. So it's a bare month now. Then so do not let and let's not have the broadcaster or this broadcasting corporation be like this. It's so humiliating on the part of the Filipino people, the ones that had brought so many funds, entertainment, news, uh, important things like cooking. So it's not only that, so the value of work, that their dedication to work, so must be also recognized. So I hope they are not live up, just like a damp cloth being after being used to clean up a dusty place, then got damp at that. So the program is worth watching, like this education as cooking show, and then and the one I had mentioned before, the travel time with the tourists, no? So food and tourists can go. So Bujong is, I think it's a shell where they would uh, blow an air on it, and the ones who knows how to have it sound. So Bujong, it's a big show. We used to have it. It just found at the deepest sea. Then fortunately, once that, I mean, the fishermen can get one, then had it. No, we used to have it, but too many things had happened that I don't know where that thing is now. So what a pity if this will close. I don't want to have this IBC get closed, because it was where I was awakened about the media, the newscast, the writers, the reporters, the shows, the movies, the actors, the actresses. We had been updated just the same as of today. Only now it's full of high technology, the effects especially. So for me alone, the effects doesn't count. It's the flesh of the news, not the background. Because whenever, if the background is good, doesn't matter. What matter is the news. No? What is a background if the news is doesn't also being beaten? So but no, it's, by just having this caption, IBC 13 is sasara na sa 2023. So, if it's the employee of this IBC reading it, I think the tears had slowly gone down from their eyes, and the pressure or the temperature of the body had rose, and they're in grief. It's like someone had passed away. Yeah, they are just, so let's remember that IBC people also garnered people to vote for the candidates. They had also in someone to talk there, and maybe candidates. So would you help them now? No? So I'm appealing because I'm one of their fan. I learned from this so much because I used to do reporting with my social studies. It's where I get from the news of this Jimmy Torres in the locality on the Rubencanoy of my social studies also. Then with the travel time before with that I can share with my sociology also. So it's very painful if it calls for the fate of this station. I hope it won't. So I'm urging the ones that had been helped and the government to help this part of yours, no, who has had served the government also to promote the good image of the Philippines, the good image of Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and to the remote areas of the Philippines as far as Apari, then up to Hulu. So all these people, they went there just the same with the other media. I don't think they have the high tech equipment, but the dedication is far more admired than this high end thing that they call at the millennial era. So I hope if they survive for so many years, then I hope that they will help them also to survive within this millennial period, because it doesn't mean to end them but to help them, no? The work, it's painful to lose a job. It's like you are chasing an air all the time using your palms, then try to catch an air just so where would I go next? What will I do next? What would I eat? How about my electricity, my bill, my food, my children, my grandchildren, my loan, my GSIS, can I have it? Shall I have it? Will it be given? My separation. Is there a livelihood after? All I know is to operate a camera or to talk in front of the microphone or to type. I know nothing. So that is the hardest thing to face, no, after having to, so only it's an anticipation of what is likely to happen after it is being closed. Where will these people go and what will they do and how they will survive, and can they survive? It's like losing someone dear and losing a job permanently. So please don't neglect them. I know you have the heart to help them. The heart, the mind, your thoughts, your words and deeds, and the minds, the thoughts and deeds of these working people, these employees. We all have the same heart. So we see how they work. We hear how they say things and how they perform tasks, and it is evident that they are the pioneers of one of the pioneers of this broadcast. So without these others yet, the others who had just evolved. So I hope by grace and by God will help to give wisdom and what to do with this broadcasting company, the IBC. So it sounds like ABC, but it's always I. I hope that they can be given attention in the name of God. God will provide a way so can get hold of. So ABC had been embraced. So why can't one embrace IBC? So collaborate and give them a chance to prove once again that they are the network or the broadcasting corporation that can work far more, not to end. It's really hard to end. That's already a legend. The legacy of this station is I fairly admire. It's where I get all my things before while I was in the elementary, and it had helped me to have honors due to their topics that I had listened. Then about the Bayani, it's yeah I like that. So ang what I wanted really to have this afternoon for the IBC is not to close but remain. Then not to dump but uplift. Then if the equipments are lean, then why not upgrade, no, by the help of the taxes of the people? Because in any way, they are the ones in the broadcast to help to have the Philippine Islands have a good image towards other countries. So the Americans had helped to open up this station. Then it's like a relics of the past broadcast. Then what a pity if we'll just leave them hanging. Then I don't want to have it disappear because I'm used to it. I'm now nearly at my senior. Then I hope it will get old with me also, and after me still IBC I mean is alive. Then I hope so. I think all the media has sympathy for this thing. So I know they are in grief now, the IBC personnel. Then they're saddened by the news that they pray. I know even if kneeling, maybe they had done that. Then pray so hard and that there will be miracles to happen. Then someone, a philanthropist or a kind-hearted being from a private sector, so to save them from disclosure. So it's really hard. So I experienced once that having no job, it's, we don't make money or God, but God had asked each one of us to work on our lives. But how can we work on it if we have no job? So I hope that the government is not deaf. I mean, yeah, they will hear the appeals. So it doesn't require million appeals. By just 100, I hope your hearts are being touched. So what had been started should be preserved, like the historical site. IBC anyway is part of the history. So remember how it's on the 50s. Then some other, when they're in the test broadcast, Americans had been helped them to do it. So I don't know why this sequestration, but no, it had been revived anyway, but it has lowered really. Then it's hard to come back, but had come back a little. But I hope that it will be a big comeback when someone will embrace. Then I pray God will provide someone for these people to operate again and upgrade again, update again. Then um, they must unite to pray, because it says that there is the power of prayer, to grant the petitions or the appeals. If it requires to kneel, then kneel. If it requires to fast, then fast. So God, even to Elijah, has 9 times test before things had been granted. That I hope we will also embrace the Elijah's way. So things can be all granted, and you are able to be provided with what you are appealing as to budget. I don't know why this money is hardly given when it's on a big amount, when it can help a lot to people. Not only the ones working in IBC, but the ones listening to their program, the way how they work. And there is also a tendency perhaps that if IBC, will get close, there's a possibility also of the PTB that I hope it won't. Because it was one shut down, then I hope it won't. So it's on the only remaining sister company of the IBC. So what a pity if this goes to waste, all the efforts, all the sacrifices, all the struggles, all the crises they survive. I hope 2023, as of now, things can be deliberated fast for the approval of the fundings for the IBC. So IBC is also an employee of the government, and because this IBC is owned by the government, therefore the government must help and pay attention to the cravings of their heart, so that no stomach will be empty and things can be all right in God's name. So I hope let's check our conscience. So if we can afford to have this just be in dump for all these years, so just count of the years where 1959, so up to this present, 62 years. So it's 6 decades already, more than 6 decades, that I don't want to lose it. It's like a treasure, major treasure. The antiques of people usually when things becomes antique, they I seem not to mind, but it's not fair. Everything must have to be fair, and we'll have to do something. No, the element is money, and money alone. All I pray for this IBC is a private person a wealthy person, a philanthropist that's willing to embrace and help these people. I hope and pray that God will do miracle to it, that they will survive this crisis the IBC is facing up. It's the you can see the building, but but I don't want to have it empty. There are equipments. I hope it's can be used again. Uh, so it needs a little push, but not to resort to being renegade. Just it's really hard. So we can also say that IBC people before things they think positively. They don't think that things will come like this. But it says some good things never last, but I hope it won't get last or shut up. Because if there's something to be done to have it revived, then why not? Reviving some useless things, then maybe we can help revive, no? by all those things that I said. So too many things had been enduring, no, their perseverance, and so sayang. Let's not sing the word sayang na sayang. Just I know that people there were talking sayang ang ato ang gisugdan tapos mahuman lang sa ingon ani. So dapat maluoy sila sa ato. I know the sentiments of the heart. Wala nang dili sila maluoy sa ato. Nagtrabaho ta sa ilaha tapos ani tapos ana. Unsa naman atong kinabuhi? Ani na lang bagyod ni. Nabatay madaw-daw ani. Sayang atong serbisyo. So, and by the way, no, I would like to greet my audiences. Pleasant good afternoon. So, kay Rachel, Che, kumusta na ka diha? Then also Ana Agasita, kumusta na? And MJ Fabiola Sandoval, your father-in-law is my childhood friend. Hello sa imo. Then hello to Noemi Pagalan. And the one celebrating their birthday today, happy birthday. And today is the start of the 40 days of the departed. It would be live at 7. So I hope you in tune with it. Those who cannot go to our house to observe and say the prayer. So and before we part, I hope things can be resolved with the IBC station. Then people can be granted of their appeal and be given what is owed to them and the benefits, the incentives that's worth for them. That I hope God will help and show miracle that it can get to. So do I would have to pray for them because I wanted them to exist and not to vanish. So good afternoon, dear viewers. That's all for this afternoon. Bye bye.